斩草除根。化血大。和销声匿迹，看来竟是投奔了魂殿。
Xiao Yan boldly defended the Yan alliance against the enemies from the Hall of Souls. The 9th Tianzuan fell by his hand, while the 4th fled after facing the might of the Lotus of Destruction. Her blood-absorbing technique was truly formidable, said to be unmatched by anyone below the level of a Ban Shang half-saint. Without Xiao Yan, both the Jiama Empire and the Yan alliance would have faced inevitable annihilation. Afterward, Xiao Yan focused on preparing an 8th rank pill for Xiao Xiao. In the Donghua, it still wasn't made clear who she truly was, but she certainly was not the incarnation of the 7-colored heaven-swallowing python, since they had separated in the series. Recently, in a video, we discussed why Xiao Xiao remains silent and doesn't call Xiao Yan father. Once all matters were settled, Xiao Yan's brothers arranged a small wedding ceremony. Officially, Kai Lin and Xiao Yan became husband and wife, just as in the original novel. After refining the healing 8th rank pill, Xiao Yan felt slightly exhausted. However, the first origin pill was perfectly suited for Xiao Xiao. Although Xiao Xiao's physique was already quite strong, Kai Lin, as her mother, still worried for her. Xiao Yan reassured the Queen Medusa that while the first origin pill was of the 8th rank, its medicinal power was gentle. It was the most suitable choice for Xiao Xiao at this stage. As she grew, its energy would gradually enhance her abilities until they reached perfection. Xiao Xiao possessed extremely favorable foundations, so he merely wished to strengthen that base. Her potential was indeed astounding, with a soul force stronger than that of many alchemists. Kai Lin simply nodded and watched as Xiao Yan gently placed the healing pill into Xiao Zhao's small mouth. It transformed into a cluster of light that slowly seeped into her body. The girl sneezed, radiating light, then closed her eyes as if tired. This marked the beginning of the first stage of absorbing the pill's medicinal power. All that remained was to wait for her awakening. Afterward, it was time to leave the Jiama Empire. Before departing, Xiao Yan handed his brothers a scroll of the secret technique, the Triple Flame Transformation. Once belonging to the Xiao clan, it had long been lost. The technique was created by their ancestor Xiao Xian, who devised a special method allowing clan members to practice it and manifest the clan's totem. Although the current clan members no longer possessed the bloodline and could not fully unleash its power, it could still greatly enhance their strength. It didn't even require heavenly flame, only certain beast flames. Xiao Li accepted the scroll, fully aware of its importance. With the Yan Alliance's problems resolved, Xiao Yan prepared to return to the Central Plains. A wormhole had already been constructed to link the Yan Alliance and the Falling Star Pavilion. He told his brothers to visit him there if they had the chance. Xiao Yan was joined on his journey by his companions, including Xiao Yixian, Yao Qianhua, Qing Lin, and the Queen Medusa with her daughter. Xiao Yan was eager to introduce them to his teacher Yao Lao, and he knew Xiao Xiao needed proper guidance. There was no better mentor than Yao Lao. Kai Lin, holding Xiao Xiao in her arms, followed right behind him, with the others close behind. When they arrived at the Falling Star Pavilion, their appearance caused quite a stir. Most notable was Yao Lao's meeting with Xiao Yan's daughter, Xiao Xiao. "She is your daughter?" Yao Lao looked at the little girl in a white dress, who clung to Xiao Yan's leg and gazed at the old man with big black eyes. Xiao Yan nodded, remembering that Yao Lao had been captured by the Hall of Souls during Kai Lin's pregnancy and was unaware of the situation. Xiao Yan briefly explained everything. "Heh, unexpected," Yao Lao said, shaking his head. Looking at Kai Lin, he added, "In the past, she truly hated you. If it weren't for me, I fear she would have killed you long ago." Kai Lin blushed. In the past, she had fought Yao Lao several times, never expecting him to be so powerful, even though he had struggled against her back then. Gently stroking Xiao Zhao's head, Kai Lin urged her to greet the great teacher. Hearing this, the little girl blinked. Yao Lao approached and softly cupped her cheeks, then patted her head and said with joy, "Such powerful spiritual strength. She has an affinity for the fire element with traces of wood. I can say with certainty she will become an alchemist." Xiao Yan smiled at his words. He had already sensed Xiao Zhao's talent for alchemy. Her current abilities surpassed his own, and if nurtured properly, her potential would be limitless. As shown in the trailer, Xiao Yan and Yao Lao then set off for the spatial fair, an event attended only by renowned experts and factions. 3 lesser-known factions maintained order: the Gates of the Earth's Depths, the Mysterious Space Faction, and the Mountain of Reflecting Treasures. Although the Dou Qi continent had a saying, 1 hall, 1 tower, 2 factions, 3 valleys, 4 pavilions, it didn't reflect the true balance of power. Many hidden factions were far stronger than the 4 pavilions or even the 3 valleys, boasting experts at the peak of the Dou Zun level, half-saints, and even saints. The purifying Lotus flame was simply too enticing. The fair would feature the 4th fragment of the map leading to it. Anyone interested would have to pay dearly. About 2 weeks before the event, Xiao Yan and Yao Lao prepared pills, with thunder constantly rumbling over the falling star pavilion. Even Tian-class Dou Qi techniques were rare sights at the fair. Thus, Xiao Yan, accompanied by Kai Lin and Xiao Yixian, set out with his teacher. The fair itself was located in a desert in the southern part of the Central Plains. As they approached, Xiao Yan immediately sensed that most practitioners there were at the strength of 8 or 9-star Dou Zun. In the spatial city, treasures like 7th rank pills and Earth-class methods were casually displayed for sale. Among them, Kai Lin spotted the 7-colored origin fragment, even more powerful than expected. It had a unique connection to the 7-colored heaven-swallowing pythons, appearing at the site of such a python's death. The fragment absorbed its blood to release special energy, serving as nourishment for the python. It was no surprise Kai Lin took interest in it. Xiao Yan purchased it for 2 8th-rank pills. It was worth it, as the fragment would play a role in the future. The fair itself was held in a vast ancient hall, half the size of a stadium. Nearly everyone at the entrance wore bamboo hats that concealed their identity and aura, preventing others from sensing them. Yao Lao recognized a few acquaintances among the crowd. The fair was led by Bao Shan, the leader of the Mountain of Reflecting Treasures, a 9-star Dou Zun venerable warrior at the 9th stage, just a step away from becoming a half-saint. The first auction item was the bone wings of the Heavenly Phoenix. Xiao Yan was astonished. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe treasured their dead above all else, hunting down anyone who dared possess one of their corpses. He hadn't expected such an item to appear as the opening lot. Next was a pale gold scroll, the glass giant body, a low-grade Tian-class Dou technique. Remember this skill well, for Xiao Yan will use it in the future. It was created 1,000 years ago by Saint Lu Li. Once mastered, the practitioner's body would become indestructible like metal, their fists could shatter the heavens, and their kicks could split the earth, a fearsome blend of defense and attack. The subsequent items grew ever more shocking, from Dou Qi techniques to Qi methods, from healing pills to the rarest natural treasures, from weapons to alchemy cauldrons. Each of them could cause chaos in the outside world, but here, they drew no such reaction. Despite their rarity, Xiao Yan placed no bids, except on the poison tome of heavenly tranquility. He spent 2 8th-rank pills that summoned the 5-colored pill lightning to acquire it for Xiao Yixian. Finally, the moment came for the fragment of the map connected to the legendary Purifying Flame, ranked 3rd among the heavenly flames. Even someone of Yao Lao's level had never seen it personally. Everyone present understood the power of the top 3 heavenly flames. How Xiao Yan would obtain it, and what would happen at the fair, remains to be seen. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and see you next time.